Sorry, I don't feel like chatting right now. Sorry, I don't feel like chatting right now. Oh, you found my amulet! I thought I lost it for good. This is a key to my organization, the Roots. We're committed to the proper use of dream teas. The proper use being to use them. There are some people who don't think the tea should be used for anything except rotting away. That's why we have to be so careful. You seem like an honest person, though. If you want to give it a try, come visit us. Our meeting place is kind of hidden away. Not everyone in Nava understands dream teas, you know? The door is on the outer wall of the city, facing toward the sea. Take the underground tunnel starting near the bread stand in Nava. There is a walkway that leads right to the entrance. These amulets are a ticket inside, but you just tell the person behind the door that the password is Dreamland, and I'll make sure you get in. I'll see you there sometime. Thanks again for finding my amulet.
Welcome to the inn below the tarnished teapot. Correct. That is the name. We once had another name, but everyone just called us that inn below the tarnished teapot. I don't really blame them. This place is a bit of a dump. The manager has really let it go. Me. I used to live on the mainland years ago. Working as a bricklayer was terrible. Hated every minute. Then my grandma died, bless her soul, and left me a son. Quit my job that day and got the first ship here. For no reason in particular. Just wanted to leave. Now this city's a boom town and I'm living off the reverse mortgage. Just goes to show, act impulsively and sometimes you get rich. That's what I've learned anyway. It's kind of like a club. People go under the city to drink dream teas, relax, unwind. It used to be open for everyone, but it's pretty locked down now. Some folks have been trying to destroy us. There was a dream party out on the Salt Spring Coast a few nights ago. Who knows? You sure? We have rats. If you really want, first door on your left. Oh.
and hear the tale of lovers lost at sea. Every eve there was a man who drowned in a mug of mead, braving some of Eastshade's coldest nights to take up post in the famed lighthouse. He was awaiting his love, you see, making sure the light was always shining, so she'd see her way back home. Years ago, his wife took to the seas, hoping to lay claim to a pile of sunken treasure. 'Twas the time of year when the storms grew more terrible with each passing week. But she swore it was the last time she'd take on such a risk. Although he hated to see her go, he stood at the dock and watched as she disappeared beyond the horizon. 'Twas the nature of their love, you see. They supported one another despite all odds. Well, the townsfolk thought him crazy. Ever since his wife was gone, he swore he heard his love cry out every nightly eclipse, wailing above the ruckus of the sea. It was a near inhuman sound. Oh, oh. One night, the poor man couldn't take it anymore, believing his love to be so near, but seeming so far. He swore he saw her trapped on a patch of rocks away from the shore. He cried out to her, "Alara, Alara!" "Oh, oh," was the reply. In his excitement, he hardly noticed the approaching storm. He tumbled down the hill from the lighthouse and took the first small fishing boat he found. That night, he sailed his fate. It wasn't long before the storm started raging, the waves higher and fiercer than they had ever been. "Alara," he cried. "Oh," the reply, nearly drowned out by the power of the sea. The man paddled faster. He was so close, catching glimpses of her stranded on those sharp rocks. His heart ached, and in his desperation he fell deaf and blind to the monstrous wave building above. Crashing down around him, the sea shattered his boat and sent the man deep below the surface. Waves swirled him round and round in a great salty tornado. He hardly knew which way was up. Just as his breath was fading away, a great flash of light burst through the sea. A light so brilliant it shone through the ocean's darkest depths in a rainbow of colour. The light faded, and he couldn't believe his eyes. Alara was swimming straight for him. She pierced through the thrashing sea, and hundreds of small silvery fish swam round her in a cyclone. They swam faster and faster, the fish cycloning tighter around, until they fused to her body, changing her legs into one great flipper. In this form, she swam with the grace of a dolphin, her flipper propelling her down to her sinking love. Just before he would have drowned, this beauty of the sea grabbed him by the waist and shot straight out of the water with him in tow. As he surfaced, he gasped an enormous breath of air. The townspeople who had heard his cries watched from the shore, said it was the last time they ever saw of him. Away swam, never to be seen again. That's what the optimists around here will tell you, and it's the version I choose to believe. There are others who say husband and wife were lost in the same patch of sea. The man was so overcome with grief, he sailed out to find her and was never seen again. Though these storytellers have a hint of optimism, they say that if you look at the nightly eclipse, you can see them reunited in those brief moments up in the heavens. Of course, if you hear a man yelling Alara or see a pair of merfolk out at sea, you let me know.
Well, hello there. Such a great day, isn't it? I just love days like this. Last night, I saw 2 shooting stars, and right then I knew today was going to be a fine one. Ah, you're an artist? Oh, you must be very skilled. I can barely draw a straight line in the mud. If you're feeling especially energetic, we could always use a hand in the fields. We've got a lot of work down on the pea terraces. It can be draining, but I like to read in my free time. A nice book of poetry always boosts my spirits. Ah, the secretive underground tea-drinking society. I've had a few cups of dream tea in my day, but things have changed since then. Now it's all locked doors and passwords.
You made it to Nava! You still have the pastries, right? Oh, this is gonna be great! Okay, my brother's sitting at the table right outside the bakery. I'll go over to him first, then you follow behind. Remember, make him think you're a normal delivery person.
Can I help you? Good. I've been expecting a delivery. Give it here. Very good. I'll take them now. It looks like someone's rifled through these. They're a little crushed, too.
A little crushing isn't gonna ruin the tangy, sublime, gorgeous taste of raspberries. Ugh!
What? What's happening to me? This is the most revolting, sickening. This flavor. Grape! My tongue! It'll never be the same! What despicable baker would make an error so unforgivable? Ugh. Neo, this my brother's idea of a prank? Poisoning a person's taste buds with the most repulsive flavor ever invented? It's hilarious. I can't believe you actually got me. And Neo's always trying to do these ridiculous pranks. Usually I can see him from a mile away. But messing around with great pastries? That's some risky business. You should be proud. I'm not easily pranked.
That was perfect. I couldn't picture it going any better. He totally thought you were a delivery person. This one will go down in family history. You should look into doing this for a living. I don't have much to give you, but seeing my brother eat a grape pastry was just priceless.
I can still taste that grape filling. Repulsive.
Hi there. Just one of the many cultural pastimes of Nava. They're usually pretty secretive though. You might have seen some signs plastered around demanding you report the roots. Fine. Everyone's got their own opinions. Just don't report them to me. There's nothing illegal about their organization. It's all just a really long feud. It tore my dad's family apart, I guess. But you should just talk to the Shez directly. They're the ones looking for information. They've been covering the city in flyers, demanding folk to report their neighbors. It's a bit unsettling, really. Can't say who's got the right of it, the Shez or the Roots, but it's been a long struggle. Not looking forward to seeing how it all ends. Afraid that's not really something we'd normally do anything about.
What can I brew you up? What can I brew you up?
Hi there. I mainly work in furniture, but by the looks of your pack, I doubt you're interested in buying a table or chair. Not to worry though, I've got just the thing. How'd you like to buy a handcrafted wooden bike? Have you tried talking to Leela? She's the head librarian at the university. She knows just about everything. Helped me find an obscure text on ancient woodworking techniques. Maybe she knows something about these drummers. 80 glowstones. Is it though? Just look at this bike. It's a feat of engineering. Riding it feels like flying, and it saves you so much time.
Get your news here, get your news here.
Did you pick up a paper? Would you like to donate a glowstone to the Shadian Post so we can keep the paper free without ads and unmotivated by pop news and tabloid journalism? Thank you for your contribution. Did you pick up a paper? Would you like to donate a glowstone? No problem.
Welcome to Yevgeny's Art Gallery and Supply. And before you ask, no, I'm not Yevgeny. And if you came to request a commission, unfortunately we can't help with that either. Yevgeny is totally backed up at the moment, but we do have painting supplies in stock. Yes, but we're full, as I said. Normally folks just need to write down what they want and Yevgeny will paint it for them. The best painter in Nava, that Yevgeny. She's been painting her whole life. And doing commissions for at least 40 years. These days, she's spending more and more of her time on personal work. Good for her, I say. But still, we can't keep up with commissions like we used to, and demand is only growing. Oh, are you a painter? We've been looking for someone to help with the workload, but so far no one's been up to Yevgeny's standards. Do you have a portfolio I can look at? Wow, your work is so detailed. You should show this to Yevgeny. She lives in the common tower. That's the big round building in the middle. You might just be the painter we need. She'll absolutely want to see at least 3 paintings, though. Anything I can help with? Need some supplies?
Let me know if you need any weird-tasting ground-up plants. They're a group of people who like drinking this special tea because it makes you have better dreams. They hang out in the cistern under the city. but sometimes they have meetings on the Salt Spring Coast Beach. My brother loves drinking the tea, but it's so boring. I mean, it just makes you dream. You're asleep the whole time. I think they're kind of like the Roots. They love dream teas too, but they believe only their gods should be able to drink them. Let me know if you need any weird tasting ground up plants.
Welcome, friend. Would you like a guaranteed long and healthy life? My elixir will fortify you with the strength and vigor. Imagine a longer life for you and your loved ones. Sourced from hot springs around the island, this water is guaranteed to give you an extra 20 years, at least. Some of my longtime customers are practically living history books. They've been drinking the elixir for years, and not a day have they aged. Of course, just look at all these happy people. They love it, and it works perfectly for them. Each of my customers is a testament to the strength of this powerful elixir. So, what do you say? The water is sourced from the life-giving springs of Eastshade.
Interested in a book?
Just because I'm an owl folk doesn't mean I can't control myself around copious amounts of fresh fish. Okay, sometimes I eat some of the stock, but it's my shop after all. What crunchy scales. Scrumptious raw fish. I can't wait until dinner time.
Good day. One thing I can say about the folks here, they never ask for swords. Which pleases me greatly, because swords are just about the most boring things you could ask a blacksmith to make. The only thing more boring than making a sword is being dead, which coincidentally is what swords are used for. Which is another reason why I'm glad folks around here don't ask me to make them. I'd rather make a kettle any day of the week.
Well. Your clothes are looking a little scrappy. Bet you're just about to freeze to death come nightfall. If you're ever looking to upgrade your attire, I'm sure I have just the thing. Well. I've lived here all my life. It's really developed into quite a prosperous little boom town. There's a real energy here. I don't ever want to leave. I've been sewing professionally for 30 years, but only 2 years ago was I able to have a proper stand here in the market. Exciting times. A group of degenerates. They lay in pools of water, drinking hallucinogenic teas. They'll try to trick you into believing it only alters your dreams, but don't believe them. If you want to support and aid the sanctity of the tea, you should seek out... The Shez are the religious group that actually uses the teas out of respect for our goddess Tiem. If you know anything about the Roots cult, you should tell them.
Oh, what is it? I feel like I just ate a huge bite of death. All I had today was a zucchini. I mean, it looked weird, but it tasted really good. Oh, this is horrible.
Oh dear. Oh no. I've done something terrible. I'm not sure if we've met before, but I need help. Oh dear. This morning I sold some zucchinis. I thought they were zucchinis, but now I still have the zucchinis here in my basket. I sold toxic tubers. Oh God. I've no idea who I sold them to. Numb legs, upset stomach, and then hours of vomiting. How? How will this ever be okay? I'm ruined! Once was bad enough, but twice! And now people are gonna start being sick! There's so little time. I need to recover those tubers. Can you help me? I've got no one else to turn to. Thank you. Please, just ask people if they bought any zucchinis today. Tell them what happened and get the tubers back. I sold 4 zucchinis altogether, and I put them in blue bags. Maybe that could help you find them. Oh God, I hope no one has eaten any.
What is it? I feel like I just ate a huge bite of death. Oh, great. Yeah, I bought one. Ate it already. Oh, how long is this gonna last? I'm gonna kill Tam. Oh, this is horrible.
Oh my god, I can't believe this happened. Have you gotten any of the tubers back? I don't mean to rush you, but this is urgent.
Oh, Leilani. Well, she works in the spice shop down in the lower market. She's not the best cook, though. But she's wonderful. I mean, you know, she's a great person. So kind, funny, thoughtful. We've been spending a lot of time together lately. Things are really so great between us. I think I want to ask her if she'll be my girlfriend. I want to be somewhere special when I ask her, though. Somewhere magical and perfect. Like sitting on a golden cloud at sunset while butterflies circle around us. But you're probably not interested in this kind of thing. She loves bread. So yesterday I baked her a loaf in the shape of a rose. We ate it together on a bench in the garden. It was so perfect. Oh my god. What if I already missed the perfect moment? I'm just so nervous to ask the question. Would you do me a favor? Can you find out Leilani's favorite place? I know it's kind of silly to dance around like this. I just want it to be special. You're the best! She works in the spice shop down in the lower market area. Let me know what you find out. Please hurry.
Interested in a book?
Hello. Do you want to buy any spices? Like pepper or whatever this is? Oh yeah? She's pretty great, isn't she? We met at the bread stand where she works. I really like bread, so I'm over there a lot. Yeah? That's pretty cool, I guess. You like to travel? I have to travel to Lindo every week to get supplies. It's fine over there, but I wish I didn't have to go all the time. It's kind of like a creepy ghost town out there. Yeah, I mean, me and Evelina have been hanging out a lot. She's really great. Like the other day, she made me a special loaf of bread in the shape of a flower. She's just so cool. There's this cool hot spring on the Salt Spring coast. I used to go there when I was a kid. It's all the way at the end of the beach, and no one really knows about it. It's a perfect place for picnics. Yeah, maybe I'll take a trip out there soon. Well, I should probably get back to pretending to know about spices. Yeah, I bought one. I knew it was a toxic tuber. It was pretty obvious. I already used it in a ritual, so you can't buy it back. They're a group of people who like drinking this special tea because it makes you have better dreams. They hang out in the cistern under the city, but sometimes they have meetings on the Salt Spring Coast beach. My brother loves drinking the tea, but it's so boring. I mean, it just makes you dream. I think they're kind of like the Roots. They love dream teas too, but they believe only their gods should be able to drink them.
Good to see a new face. Let me know if I can help you with anything. I love it here. There's really no part of town I'd be worried to let my 2 daughters play unsupervised. I moved here right out of college when my longtime resident aunt wrote to me about a job opening in the library. It was quite a great distance for me to move, considering it was a bit of a paltry opening at the time. But 20 years later, as head librarian, I can't say I have any regrets. You know, it's so strange. Somebody came in just this morning and donated a book. She said to point people to it if anyone asked about night drumming, which made very little sense to me, considering this book appears to be unrelated to that. Not that I'm entirely sure what night drumming is. It was a little peculiar. Just about every sentence she said was a rhyme. Not sure if she meant to do that or if she was just doing it by accident. An interesting woman. I quite liked her. And then here you are asking about that very topic. So, are you a drummer? Am I saying that right? Is this a new thing people are doing? Oh, I'm always so behind the times. Sounds curious indeed. Anyway, the book is called The First Folk, and it's on shelf C.
Red? Or, yes, just a touch of orange. Oh, hello there. I must have left the door unlocked again. Can I help you? It's true, but I don't hire just anyone. So, let's see what you've got. Well, these look fantastic. So much detail and what accurate depictions. You've got some skill here. I spent years honing my skill, sharing my work with the people of Nava, but these days I'm no longer interested in realism. I love the life flowing through abstract art. Unfortunately, there's not much interest for that style right now. It is! I'd like to show people that there's more to the world than what we see with our eyes. Anyway, your portfolio is exactly the kind of thing my customers love. How about this? I'm going to shut down my commissions. They've been leaving me uninspired this past year anyway. I'll pass on any new requests to you. Then I can really focus my time on these spots and blobs. Okay, I'll tell Art Dealer the situation. Our customers write down their requests in a ledger back in the gallery. Take a look through and see if there are any requests you'd like to paint.
Trade here, trade there. So many folk are scurrying about. Oh, yes. The more bustle, the better. The sounds of a full market brings me back. Just take a look at all those shiny things coming in the markets. Sad day when my legs stopped working quite so well. Haven't made it down to the lower level in some time. Say, I heard from some other folks that you're one of the most helpful people in Eastshade. Do you have time to help an old woman? Excellent, excellent. You and I, young friend. I can tell we're gonna make a fine pair. Been a long time since I had a partner of any sort. Oh, I feel 10 years younger. I'm embarrassed to admit. I left a precious box up north, in the caverns. You know, the Howling Caverns on the Tiefmoor Bluffs? I must have left it there. It was years ago, mind you, that I left it behind. Longer, actually. I was still a young girl. Spent time playing all over Eastshade. That box was one of my favorite possessions, passed down from my mother. It has some decoration, you know. Not too much. It's a rather simple wooden box, I think. It's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember all the details, but there can't be many boxes in that cavern. Not to worry. I have confidence you'll find it, child. Away with you.
A new face. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Zara, Assistant Research Scientist here at the university. You want me to check for trace elements of endangered plants? I enjoy running tests. Just give me the potion in a few minutes. Seems you're in luck. No trace of any endangered or illegal substances in here. Here's the full report. Come back if you have anything else for me to test. A fine day for science. Do you know of Melik? He's the merchant selling the so-called elixir of life down in the market. Did you now? Did you drink it? Could I buy that from you? I can offer double what you paid for it. I just need one. Well, you see, I've earned a bit of a reputation here in Nava as the resident skeptic. I just like to know the science of things. I tried to buy one from him. He told me that with my closed-minded attitude, it would never work on me, and refused to sell me one. The obvious tactic of a charlatan, if you ask me. I'd like to run some tests on it. I've heard the claims, and let's just say I'm skeptical. This elixir of life seems to be quite a trendy product in the city, and if this Melik fellow is cheating folks out of their hard-earned glowstones, I'd like to know the truth of it. Wonderful. Now I can run some tests. Why don't you come back in about an hour, and I'll fill you in on my findings. You should ask Leela. She's our head librarian. She knows an awful lot about a lot of things. They're a group that highly appreciates the consumption of dream teas. The teas are made with herbs that stimulate dreams. It's quite interesting how the chemicals work on the brain. They are safe in moderation, the largest risk being that when sleeping with dream teas, one gets very little rest, since the brain is actually more stimulated than during the day. The latest science actually considers it a form of exercise for your brain.
Sorry, you can't go up there right now. We're doing some renovations. Hard to say. Maybe in 10 months, give or take. Could be longer if we hit any delays. Well, you need a pass. Any official from the university should be able to give you one. Have a good one.
I do love working here in the university, even though my senior professor Esma can be a bit eccentric at times. The tests are running now and should be done soon. Come back in a bit and we'll go over the results. I know it's a spectacular view. Beyond that, though, is there any reason specifically you need to be up there? I see. Well, I'll tell you what. Help me with discovering the truth about Melik's elixir, and I'll get you a pass.
Did you figure anything out? Oh God, did she tell you what she thinks of me? Really? I'm dying. Tell me what she said. Where's her favorite place? Really? Wow. I'd heard about it, but I didn't think it was real. That sounds like the perfect magical place. Okay, I'm going to start making plans. Thank you so much. I'm so nervous. But this is going to be amazing. Wish me luck.
What's the password? Come on in then.
So, sounds like you've managed to impress the great Yevony. I thought you might. Your work is excellent and just the style our clients are looking for. We've got a whole bunch of commissions just waiting around. We keep them all in a ledger at the back. Take a look and see if you're up for any of them. When you finish a commission, just bring it back to me. I'll ensure you get paid and that the client gets the artwork. We're glad to have you join the gallery.
It's going to be another late night, that's for sure. Well, I've run some tests. Unfortunately, my findings are inconclusive. The solution seems to be mixed with so many things I can't get a clear reading of its composition. I've been thinking. Melik claims the life-giving ingredient in his potions is water from the local hot springs. I know it's a big ask, but I'm wondering if you're interested in collecting water samples from each of the 5 hot springs of Eastshade. Then we can really answer this question once and for all. No more tricks, no more overpriced traps. What do you say? Fantastic! Take these empty vials. The collection should be fairly straightforward. Finding the 5 hot springs will be the hard part. They're in all corners of the island, and some are rather tucked away.
Hi there.
Gather round. Come hear tale of trickery and wit. There was once a witch who lived in a tiny hut at the edge of a swamp. She was skilled in the healing arts and could cure nearly any ailment. Though she had many visitors, her truest companions were a cluster of spiders living under her table. One day, a man ambled up the path and knocked upon her door. You must be the wise witch Flera, curer of all ills. He looked around the hut with a sneer. People cross the world for your cures, and yet you live in this terrible shack. Surely folks pay dearly for the chance to continue breathing. But Flera was not one for glowstones, and she quite liked her home. She only stiffened and asked what his ailment was. So, he told her of the terrible pains and aches he suffered. Horrible scratching in his toenails, in each strand of hair, and in his tear ducts. It was a torture like none other. But he'd heard of the cure, only to be found in the swamp near her home. The only way to ease his pain? The heart root. Well, in all her years of saving lives, Flera had never heard of such a route. But the bog wasn't so treacherous, and she had gone in many times for lesser cures. So, she agreed to find the heart root, and the man agreed to wait in her hut. Flera trudged through the swamp, thick with slime and the stinking air heavy with rot. When she came to a clearing of black clay, she thrust her hands into the wet muck, but alas, nothing. She dug for hours, her back aching and fingernails packed with mud. Finally, just as twilight fell to darkness, she found it. A spiraled green tuber, pulsing and glowing like a star. She lifted the root, heavy with swamp water, and slid it into her bag. Not a moment later, something rustled in the shadows. A tiny silhouette showed itself beside her.
You have stolen from me! That root is not yours to take!
It hissed. The witch could just make out the sight of a moss elf, staring up at her in fury. She told him of the ailing man and the power of the strange root, but the moss elf only grew more angry and stamped his feet in the swampy muck.
It's a root of poison and destruction!
He screeched.
It cannot heal anything! I curse you! I curse you to remain in this bog forever!
And he snatched the root from her bag before darting back into the night. Flera's path melted away, replaced by a ring of identical tree trunks, branches crisscrossing, weaving a cage around her. Roots churned under her feet, and a bone-chilling mist draped itself over the bog. Flera sat down on a tree trunk and got to thinking, wondering about the man who had sent her in hunt of the root. Had he known the truth? Had he wanted to use it for evil? No way to tell, so she set to trying to remember if anyone had ever broken a moss elf curse. Just then, she felt a tickling down her arm and her leg. She fought the urge to swipe, and if it wasn't her own spiders, they brought terrible news. The supposedly ailing man had taken over Flera's hut, demanding riches and luxuries from the ill in exchange for false medicines. He'd thrown out her furniture and dumped the spiders into the rain, threatening to stomp them if they snuck back in. Now, it is often forgotten that spiders know an awful lot about a lot of things. With so many eyes and a knack for spinning tales, it's a natural skill. They knew exactly how to break a moss elf curse and set to spinning huge lacy webs, making a cocoon of the forest. They hummed softly, and when Flera cut through the silk, she was at the edge of the bog, her hut just up ahead. Laborers surrounded her home, painting and scraping, her precious herbs crushed beneath their feet. She peered through the window, and there was the man sitting upon a throne, and beside him, a large pile of jewels and glowstones. Flera burst through the door, and he jumped halfway to the sun. You've taken too much! There are hundreds of jewels before me, and not a one do you deserve! You haven't enough hands to even carry these riches, you snake! Now the spiders thought this was quite a funny idea, so they hummed again, and the man sprouted hundreds of hands, and his body grew long and snake-like. He shrunk smaller and smaller before slinking under the door and out into the bog. And so, you've now heard the tale of how centipedes came to be.
To an outsider, this shady hillside might not seem like the best place to grow peas, but the farms of Nava's east side have been producing for hundreds of years. You see, Eastshadian peas don't handle direct sunlight like the continental variety. Oh, look at me, talking your ear off about peas already. Say, if you're looking for things to see in this country, you should find your way out to the Teefmore Bluffs. There's some gorgeous farm country out there. When I was younger, I'd head out there all the time. These days I find myself a bit too busy with my peas. Navian demand is higher than ever you know. By the way, if you need a few extra glowstones in your travels, I could use an extra pair of hands shucking some peas for market. I won't lie to you though, it's tedious work, can really drain you. Well, I've never really given it much thought, to be honest. It's just the place I've always lived. Suppose I'll take it for granted a bit. It's a dreamy place to live, isn't it? Fantastic! I'll show you what needs to be done. It's not too complicated.
What can I brew you up?
Stay informed. Get the latest issue of the Shadian Post. Pick it up here. Free copies. Accepting donations.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. They're so very sad. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested. Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work.
Come get your latest issue of the Shadian Post here.
Hi again. Ready to buy a bicycle yet? You'll get around a lot faster. $80 glowstones. Oh, well, if you ever do, I've got plenty in stock. They take me a good while to make, but I'm getting faster at it. Got to keep up with the demand.
Welcome back. We've got plenty more patrons interested in your work. Ugh, some people. So tacky.
What can I brew you up? You have a good day now.
Knowledge is power. Stay informed. Come pick up the latest news.
Hi again. It's all yours. Hop on.
Please tell me you had that Hydra thistle tested. Kaylin's been talking about packing her bags. Heck, she may have packed a few already. She's been so upset. Dunno where she thinks we'd even go with no glowstones to our name. Oh, for the great shade! Next time tell a man all's well. Don't just hand over a report. Oh, you made my heart right jump out of my skin. But thank you. I have to tell Kaylin the good news. And the paper! Great gods, the paper! Oh, I need to let all of Eastshade know that I'm someone to be trusted. Thank you.
Hello, good traveler. Hope things are going well for you. As for me, I still haven't got anyone new out here to fly with me. Shame, because I know anyone would love it if they saw it.
You got my message. And you came. Oh, it's so good to finally meet a skyfolk. I mean, other than Mudwillow. But I guess she's not really a skyfolk since she does live underground. Maybe you've met her. Anyway. Please, forgive all the sneaky. I should introduce myself. I am Alejo. My people call ourselves Machra. But I believe your people might better know us as the First Folk. Oh, but you are still Skyfolk, no? The people who live on the surface? Oh, I never thought about that. So we are the strange ones. For as long as I can remember, I have been fascinated by the Skyfolk. The stories, the architecture, the language. I have dedicated quite a lot of time to learning your tongue, after all. I am grateful to Mudwillow for being such a willing teacher. And the variety. Is it true that there are bear folk? Do they have temper like a bear? Ah, of course. Like my own people. They are people, after all. Each different. Ah, I have so many questions for you. I hope it's not too bad to ask, but is it true that your people are removing the eyes of the firstborn? Aha! I knew it! I wonder what other lies my people are making up about the Skyfolk. And what is your trade? Wow, that's very good. My sister is an artist too. She's an etcher, carves designs into the walls and such things. Well, I should probably leave here. Someone will notice I'm gone if I'm out for much longer. Ooh, tell me, do you think you could make me a painting of the big city? Mudwillow told me about it, but I want to see it. That would be incredible. I don't have much to give you, though. We could meet here again, same time tomorrow night. That would be incredible. Paint it from afar, yes? I want to see the skyline. To be honest, I like to be beneath the sky and stars. I think we all do. That's why every so often, some of us come up here to make music. Ah, to feel the rhythm of music under the stars. Most feel it's worth the risk of being heard. I think I'm going to make a habit of coming up here every night. I hope to see you soon. It was a pleasure speaking with you.